Welcome to Hey You Guys. We can't wait to find out about the young Han Solo, and today we're talking to the cast and the director of Solo, A Star Wars Story. We've got interviews with Woody Harrelson, Thandie Newton and director Ron Howard. And to paraphrase Yoda, if you've got something to say, leave a comment in the comments section below. Click like and subscribe. Here's what they told us about the most exciting Star Wars adventure yet.
Okay, here we go.
Good. Okay. I'm going to begin with you, Woody. There's a scene when you sort of casually go up behind Chewbacca on the Millennium Falcon and you just say something, I don't know, along the lines of, I don't know, pass the salt, Chewie, or whatever it was. I just thought, you're on the Falcon talking to Chewbacca. I mean, these characters in this world are so ingrained into the kind of fabric of cinematic culture. Is that quite surreal to be in it, to be a part of it, and saying those words in that setup?
It really is surreal. I mean, I guess eventually you get used to it, but at first it's pretty wild, you know, like to enter this universe that you're so familiar with and everybody loves, you know.
It's like being every day, being in an incredible theme park that no one else is going to get to go to. Like the hydraulics, literally being inside vessels that move and tilt and shift. And like, yes, there's a lot of CGI, but so much of it went into actually building this stuff. You know, I did a lot of stunts on structures that were 100-foot tall. It was terrifying. So scary, babe. I didn't like it.
Oh, I didn't know you were up that high.
Yes,
Jeez.
with Ron Howard down there on his first day shooting, and I'm like, don't screw it up, Thandie. It's just so incredible. I mean, God, such a privilege.
It's very liberating, and I don't think I would have joined in the in the sequels of the Skywalker saga. I wasn't invited, but mind you.
I love that dress you wore at Cannes, with celebrating all the black cats and
Oh,
the Star Wars franchise.
yay.
I mean,
Thank you.
But as franchises go, I mean, Star Wars has always been on the more progressive side, hasn't it? In the sense that, I mean, if you look at, particularly with female protagonists, I mean, right from the offset with Princess Leia up until the Rogue One and then the most recent kind of trilogy as well. I mean, they're not damsels in distress, are they, in this franchise? So do you feel, in regards to kind of mainstream kind of blockbuster culture, is Star Wars on the better side of it?
I definitely think it's progressive. It has been from the very beginning. I said yes. It's definitely
Okay, good. Good. She said yeah.
Yeah, no, I did, because it is. It is. And it's something that feels completely normal and it's desired. I mean, people weren't shocked by Princess Leia. They were, you know, grateful for her presence. I mean, she's a princess, man, and she kicks ass. It makes perfect sense.
I don't think I would have wanted to jump in on the sequels. I think for me, part of what attracted me was the freedom to really create, and also the time in Han Solo's life when this is about youth. This is about this yearning, this quest for freedom, and there's something kind of reckless and rock and roll about the spirit of it, and based on what I read, and this great charismatic young cast that I thought was fun.
And you mentioned before about, obviously, when Ron's first day. I mean, what's it like for actors to have a new director come into the set, sort of, I don't know, midway through a shoot, and have that change of approach and change of tone? What's that like for all of you guys to experience?
Well, I think there's very few actors who can say they've experienced that. You know, it was my first time. It was your first time. I think it was everyone's first time for that to happen.
And also for it to happen and for it to be such a smooth transition too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Really,
it was amazing because it was a bit freaky. Because you obviously, I just assumed so that means everything up till now must be problematic. So, but actually, you know, from the way Ron's energy when he first came in to production, I mean, I was strangely, I was the first actor to work with him when he first came in, and he just had such an energy of positivity, and he was inspired by what the other guys had done, and he felt that he could help. And he was excited to be able to help and to give, not his signature, but, you know, use his skills, which are plentiful, to this production. So I think everyone felt buoyed straight away, you know. It was, and also it's not, it's Ron Howard coming in. It's like, wow, we get the best of everything on this movie? Seriously?
He's a bloody nice bloke.
He's a lovely guy, and he's been on film sets since he was 4 years old, and you don't get anyone in this day and age more skilled than Ron Howard. And it's a real, this movie is an absolute testament to that, because it's been put together with such confidence, and what a challenge for him. I wouldn't have. It's like Obama taking over from. Well, no, that's mean about the other guys, because it's not. I don't mean that about the other guys. But what I mean is, it's a massive job. It's a massive, massive job.
I mean, it was obviously quite a unique situation with bringing on a director kind of halfway through a kind of shoot. And I mean, your hiring really signified a change of tone and a kind of change of approach. Did it feel like you had a lot of work to be done? Was it quite nice, the fact that a lot of the groundwork had been done for you? Was that almost harder in some ways to come on and make the movie really yours?
Well, it was a totally unique experience, but I think I put all my emphasis on the script that I liked, and that script, existed before there were any directors involved, and that's what the studio invested in. In fact, the idea was hatched before Disney bought Lucasfilm. This was an idea that George Lucas and Larry Kasdan and Kathy Kennedy thought was something to explore other than the Skywalker saga, and I sort of feel there's something organic about this story that simply makes sense and is a lot of fun.
Yeah, the film kind of thrives off his sensibilities, his kind of almost blissful sense of optimism, isn't it? Because, I mean, he's one of those people, he gets a real kick out of peril.
He throws himself into these things and just bets on himself over and over again. He gets himself into a lot of scrapes. But the other thing that's valuable here from an audience standpoint and I think an entertainment standpoint is that the relationships matter. And they're entertaining, whether it's romantic or whether the relationships are funny or whether they're scary and dramatic. There's just a lot of, there are a lot of twists and turns and entertainment value in those storylines.
The fandom is unparalleled, isn't it? Have you got a sense for that already so far?
Yeah, man.
We sure did in LA. That was pretty major.
I mean, even before, I remember going to, this is 3 years ago before I was even doing Star Wars, I remember going to a park in LA, and it was a Saturday, and there was the little train for all the kids, and it was a convention for stormtroopers. I don't know, I have no idea why, but these things pop up all around the place, right? So all the stormtroopers came to for some reason, came to the kids, and we were all sitting on the train. These are just dudes on their day off, regular dudes on their day off. They have literally made their own stormtrooper costumes, and I was really, this is even before I was working on people are obsessed. Grown men are obsessed with this stuff, and women. It goes beyond any kind of fandom imaginable. There's a Wikipedia.
You can make a stormtrooper outfit in about 4 hours if you try hard enough. No, I'm driving.
Tipex.
Yeah, Tipex. And I mean, you've been in the industry, well, right from the start of your life, really. But Star Wars is ingrained into the kind of fabric of cinematic culture and sort of tradition. Was it surreal for you when you were kind of directing characters aboard the Millennium Falcon or telling Chewbacca where to stand and things like that? That must be kind of mad.
I was just smiling and shaking my head on so many days. I never actually pinched myself, but the unique pleasure of all of this and kind of the humorous irony of my being there was something that was just never lost on me.
I mean, Star Wars fans are very protective and very precious over this whole franchise. It's something that means so much to so many people. Is that something that plays on the mind of those making it, knowing that there's such an expectant fan base out there waiting for this? And
without a doubt, the fans are a huge factor. I think the thing that people have to contend with the most on the creative side is to not be intimidated by that to the point where you become too conservative about making choices. And you've got to certainly take the fans in consideration, but also recognize that the movie is made by fans. That the people who are involved in this love it all, at least as much as any fan could, and know it so intimately that it's like stepping into a culture that's exotic and very specific. And you want to honor that culture, but also mine it for all the different new ways it can entertain and expand people's sense of imagination and what's possible.
And have there been any talks as of yet about a potential sequel to this Solo movie?
Nothing other than kind of like little jokes and observations and asides, sort of standing around, while we're shooting. There's been no time, and also, the fans need to speak. They need to sort of let Lucasfilm know whether this is a vein, a path in the galaxy that warrants more exploration.
That's it for this interview. If you've got something to say, leave a comment in the comments section below. Click like and subscribe, and we'll love you forever.